Beyond. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Beyond, episode 166. I'm your host, Greg Miller, alongside the robust Rotundo, Ryan Clements.
Woo!
The guides guru, Colin Moriarty.
Beyond.
And nobody, because our fourth guest got sick and could not come. But it was going to be a special guest, who I'm sure one day you will hear from.
Ooh.
And it will be spectacular. We just recorded 3 minutes of the show you're never going to hear, because it was garbage. There's no sense in recording that. But now we're on.
Oh, we're gonna cut that. We're
not going to talk about Colin's bowel movements, and we are going to get on with this show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. You happy?
Oh,
God, I get one more email saying I don't say it like
Some.
Jeff used to say it. All right? Yes, it's time for some news.
Not all the news?
Apologies accepted.
Not all. That's true. It's
true,
time for certain news.
We don't go through every news story that's posted on IGN.com because it would take forever. Colin,
That's a good
do you
point.
understand that?
Yeah, I understand something.
You call through it. This is your list once again. I'm sure there's going to be some Moriarty gems in here. I'm excited to get to them.
Yeah, I kept it brief, though, this week. I mean, there's a lot of items. But...
I'm looking through a lot of stuff. I have a feeling we're going to steamroll through the news to get to the topic of the week because it all kind of plays into that. Number one on the list, Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception is Real. It's coming out November 1st, 2011. Yes. Big news. Look for a preview on IGN.com tomorrow.
A preview?
Yeah, a preview.
But the game's not even out yet.
I know, it's crazy. Greg Miller got to see it, and he gets to tell you all about it. And get this, 3 a.m. Friday morning. Can't wait to wake up and publish that one, let me tell you. Up next, Resistance 3 is going to be 2011 Game of the Year, according to Colin Moriarty. It's coming out September 6th, 2011.
Woo!
Up next, The Elder Scrolls V.
That's
Vendetta.
for five. That's for five.
Are you sure?
That's Roman numeral, yeah.
You sure it's not like for Vendetta?
It could be V for
The Elder
for
Scrolls Vendetta
vegetable?
Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls Vegetable. Has been confirmed. It will be released November 11th, 2011. I don't know why I put a question mark there. No worries about the engine, though, Colin writes. It doesn't use the current Fallout engine,
Thank God.
but it doesn't use the Rage engine either.
Oh, that would have been
Apparently,
so
this
good.
is an all-new engine.
Yeah, they made a new engine apparently for it.
Is it going to be good?
Wouldn't it be great if it was even better than the Rage?
I wish it was the Fallout engine because that would make it even better.
Okay.
Really? The broken-ass Fallout?
Yeah.
Zing, he got you there, didn't he?
Uh-huh.
Work your way out of this one. He
Yeah.
just put you in a pine box. I can get out of it.
You were the one
Just
that
bury
wanted
me.
it. You were the one that wanted it to be the Rage engine.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want it to be.
okay.
I don't want anything to be on a Fallout engine.
All right.
Mass Effect 3 is coming to the PlayStation 3 at the same time as its PC, Xbox 360 counterparts.
In your face, Microsoft.
Sometime during the holiday 2011 season.
Yep.
That's big news. Bigger,
awesome.
though, because it's more immediate for us. Mass Effect 2, as you know, is coming to PS3 in mid-January. It's running on the same engine that BioWare will use for Mass Effect 3, which makes it look crisper and more polished than the 360 version.
Yeah. Is that what I
You got a typo here.
Oh, okay.
I'll correct it for you for future episodes.
Thank you.
There will be a demo for Mass Effect 2 on the PlayStation Network this Tuesday.
Yep.
Upcoming. Right around the corner.
Very exciting.
Jeff Rubenstein's working on it right now. I heard
Yeah,
him and his wife got moved up from minis. They're trying to get that working.
He's typing on his Apple II computer, making some demos right now.
Making them demos?
Mm-hmm.
Number 6 on the Roper Report, as presented by the Moriarty Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Prototype 2 has been confirmed and is slated to be released sometime in 2012. Yeah.
Hopefully
Dude, you're like, I hate to say it, but you're like the Fox News of the Roper Report over here. Heavy editorializing.
This is
Everyone
the no
editorializes.
spin zone. Everyone knows.
Everyone editorializes the news. There is no impartial
true.
news.
That's true.
Prototype doesn't fall into our banner of topic of the week, which is 2011.
Yeah, thank God.
So I think we can talk about that one right now. The trailer, come on now. It looks exactly like the last game. Exactly
great.
like the last game.
Great.
Which did not do well. Well, in terms of...
I didn't see that trailer yet, unfortunately.
This is going to be one of those shows?
I've seen a lot of trailers.
You see this Skyrim?
Yep. Nope. Didn't see Skyrim.
Yep, nope.
Let's wait for it. We got some good ones coming up from old Ryan Straw Hat Clements. Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Human Revolution has been delayed. Square Enix states that the game will now be released sometime after April 1, 2011.
That's a shame.
It was originally supposed to be out in March 8th, 2011.
That's okay, though, because that game looks so good, and I'm excited to... if they need to take more time, go ahead.
What about it's got you all jazzed up there?
Pretty much everything.
I've seen the black and gold trailers. That's what I've seen.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, that's just the color scheme of the game.
Well, at E3, that was their big push.
Yeah.
Pre-E3.
Which is actually something that I really like, because that color scheme, it looks absolutely dynamite.
You know why you like it?
You've
You've been hanging out with Greg Miller, University of Missouri Tigers.
There you go.
Black and gold.
But
Black and gold.
did you see the most recent, it's like a 5-minute long story-based trailer?
No, I did not.
Okay, that one is incredible.
He has robo arms.
He has robo arms, robo legs, robo eyes. Robo-Face.
Why do they call him Deuce?
First of all, it's Deus.
That makes even less sense than Deuce.
And second of all, his name is not Deuce. It's
Fred.
I think it's Jack. Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Let's just say for argument's sake, it's Fred.
I know I'm gonna get tons of angry emails like, "You don't know the character to Deuce X."
Yeah. Yay! It has confirmed a new SSX game called Deadly Descents. Should be released sometime in 2011. I don't think this is going to make our list for our 2011 discussion. What'd you think of that trailer? Ryan?
Didn't see it.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you right now. This is your intervention. Get off the StarCrafts and watch some trailers. All right? Every time I look at you on the lines, you're just all over there going, man, these warthog flying things sure do piss me off. I'm going to build some dredges that are going to come in and spit the robbles.
I just need more time in the office to watch the trailers. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
I've just been working hard on other stuff
I know.
in office time.
Do you want to talk about why this is probably your last podcast, Meow?
Sure.
The
because
answer
this
is
news to me.
Ryan Clements has jumped ship, Colin.
Yep.
He is no longer PlayStation faithful.
Finish him.
I know, right? So this is the farewell podcast for Ryan Clements. Ryan Clements, you want to explain what you're doing these days?
Sure.
What 9 to 5 encompasses for you?
But this isn't my last show unless you're actually kicking me off.
Well, we've been talking, but we'll see how you handle this situation.
All right.
Please go.
We'll see. Right now?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Okay.
It's interesting.
Okay. I am currently in charge of the 360
An
channels.
X-Bot in our very midst, Colin.
I'm in charge of the 360 channel and the Xbox Live channel, just as sort of just temporarily.
Yeah.
It's not anything official.
Have you been updating the Xbox channel every day with all those exclusive games coming out next year for the Xbox?
Swish.
Oh, yeah.
Colin just got you, man.
Oh yeah.
You're putting up a lot of features about how awesome Halo Reach was. How you wish you had another Halo
I don't know why
Reach.
you guys are trying to be all mean about it. Ow, my shin.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I'm going to beat your face in.
Wow.
Really? I'd like to see you try,
I
X-Bot.
will.
Good for you. I don't care about my face.
Were you about to say good thing for you? I don't care about my face.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll hit you with my face. That's what I punch with. I punch with my face.
Punch with your face.
No one sees it coming. They're like, what's this kid doing? Oh, my God. He broke my hand on his face. MLB The Show is introducing new control schemes. Pitching, batting, and fielding will all be controlled with the right analog stick. We'll see how that works out, Colin says.
Yeah, I mean, there's a piece of it. I think Mike Thompson wrote.
Yeah, Mike did it from up in New York. Wrote about it. It sounds interesting. I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but I enjoy playing a good baseball game once in a while.
Yeah.
I was happy with the traditional controls there, face buttons.
Yeah,
I'll try this out. What I'm very excited about, new controller been shown on the PlayStation blog today. You see this?
No.
It's all white, and then it's got the red seams of the baseball coming on the sides of the controller.
Oh, that's necessary.
They look neat. They look something neat.
Do they glow?
No.
Do they make toast?
This is what your 2 weeks are gonna do to you, huh?
My 2 weeks?
2 weeks on the Xbox.
It's not even a full
Warping
2
your
weeks.
brain.
It's like a week and 3 days. Like you could have just played along with my joke also.
Yeah, but I like my joke better.
All right.
Colin, you with me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're in and out. Yeah, you're in and out. Wrapping up the Roper Report, as brought to you by the Moriarty Foundation. Telltale Games' Back to the Future video game has been given a release date. PC gamers will get a crack at the game on December 22nd of this year, though PS3 owners will have to wait until early 2011 to get their hands on the game.
Yeah, there was no specific date. I don't know if you know anything else about that.
I know it won't be too far along. It's not like it's just they wrapped up on PC, finished PS3, and then PS3 has to go through some approvals and stuff like that. It won't be long. I did get to preview it today, one of the 3 that I've been working on. I'm a huge fan. Like I really was blown away by how good it was. Back to Future fans in the room. Back to Future fans in the room.
No, I mean I like him, but I'm not. I wouldn't call
No.
him.
I mean, I have fond memories of watching the movies from what I can remember as a kid.
Okay. I was a huge fan, and I was very, tentative, if you will, about going into this one. I didn't know what I was going to get. Adventure game. Let's see how this is actually going to pan out. And their attention to detail, the way they have those characters modeled, the choices in dialogue, the relationships. It all seems really, really cool. I can't wait for next week to get that and play it.
Is it like? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think that the theme song is probably my favorite part because yeah, it's so good.
It is good.
It's so good.
It's excellent.
Yes.
All right.
Is it an adventure game?
But yeah, it's like Sam Max.
So it is like that too, not only episodic but gameplay wise.
Correct. Yeah, exactly the same. You're gonna walk around. You have dialogue choices. You walk up to things. You have to pick up, items and interact with the world with it to get things to happen.
Snooze fest.
No, it'll be fun, and the dialogue's cool, and it's got Christopher Lloyd, and a guy who sounds a lot like Michael J. Fox.
Oh yeah, I heard
insanely
that
like Michael J. Fox.
It's a very good.
If you haven't watched the videos on IGN.com or read my preview, go to IGN.com and read them and watch them because they have one in there where they interview him and talk to him about how he got the job. He was like, his friends had always told him he did a good Marty McFly. So this demo tape got around of him doing like the first section of Back to the Future, just all the Marty lines, and they were like, "Oh, we're working on a game. You wanted the job?" It's like that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Indeed.
I'm gonna record a demo tape.
What voice can you do? What movie could you be? What movie game could you star in?
I could star in the Final Fantasy VII adaptation.
Lay it on me. Give me
right.
some lines. Who are you
Here's
playing?
some spoken lines of Cloud. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't speak.
Yeah, because there's no voice in Final Fantasy VII.
Plus, he doesn't have any dialogue at all anyway.
No, he does. Cloud talks the whole game.
He's he's not the silent hero type.
No.
Really?
You're thinking of Chrono Trigger
Mm.
and Chrono Cross.
Maybe a lot of other
Give me a
RPGs
Link.
too.
Give me a Link impression.
Oh yeah, Link's a good.
Yeah.
Colin, who could you be? What movie could you star in?
Oh wait,
Listen.
You're Navi. All right.
I can also do Falcon Punch.
Wow.
That's good.
That
That's
was
good.
good.
Yes.
Pop. Yeah, I like that.
I probably just blew out everybody's speakers.
They had it coming.
Yeah.
You know whose
Jerks.
speakers get blown out? Sinners. So there you go, sinners.
We're all
I hope you're
born
happy with
sinners,
that.
though.
No,
How does that work?
Hmm?
That doesn't work.
Original sin.
Yeah.
I was watching that God in America documentary that Frontline did.
I didn't see
It's
that.
pretty interesting about how whether you believe you're born a sinner or not, and then you have to live a life of redemption. It's very interesting,
I see.
at least to me.
Podcast Beyond,
Yep.
the conversational podcast. Colin,
Yeah.
we're back on the good show track here.
Yeah. Why not?
What does that mean?
No, so why? It doesn't mean anything. Jeez, man, you're real hostile today. I'll tell you.
You're hostile.
Yeah.
No.
Isn't he
You're
like
being a little
he's
hostile.
aggressive?
All right, here I'm gonna kick up my feet, and I'll kick up my feet. That'll make me unhostile. Even though this is gross too. Look at this. Paper sticks to the table now.
Yeah, this room
Gross.
is a
This
disaster.
table is gross. Too many knock.
Don't kick your water off.
I'm not going. Well, it's one of the
Oh, okay.
thingamajig.
Also, just note. Now, I'm totally fine with this. I'm not upset at all. All right, so this is not an attack. It is a note.
Okay.
All right, are you ready for the note?
Uh-huh.
You walk through the bathroom where there is urine on the floor with those shoes, and now those shoes are going to be where people's hands are.
However,
Yeah, I'm
they
ready.
have since. No!
Oh, that's so gross.
Colin picked up the phone and rubbed the phone on my foot. However, I've walked on a lot of carpet since then, getting the urine off.
Yeah, I'm sure that takes the germs over right away. Yeah.
We're all screwed. All right, we're all screwed.
It's true.
No one's gonna remember that, and then I'm gonna remind them when they pick the phone up in
That's a good
a
point.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
in a what,
luckily, the nice thing is
44
that
episodes for episode
you
200.
rubbed the back of it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
Well, you still
good.
gotta hold your hand on it.
No, we'll be fine.
We'll bring down the safety.
No.
rules.
Yep.
Colin's thinking about it. Colin, if I wanted some new games, where could I go to find out what games have come out?
The official IGN list of upcoming PlayStation software on all 3 platforms by the IGN editors.
There's so many germs in the world, and we
God.
can't do anything about them.
Nor do you want to.
You have an immune system. It's gonna be okay.
I know. Oh, I'm fine.
I drink people's urine. I lick bathrooms floors just to make sure I'm okay.
Just to build immunity.
Yeah, totally. I'm like, well,
What you doing, Greg?
cross this off
getting
the
healthy.
list. Not gonna die of urine.
Urine is actually sterile, and you could drink it. I
But
think.
you could drown in it too. But now that I've licked it, I know not. I think that is
You
pretty.
can drown in
This
urine?
could potentially be the grossest podcast.
Well,
we've
we're
ever
cutting
had.
out the first part.
Yeah, that's true.
Are we really gonna
Yes,
get that first part out?
we are.
The
Really
first
gonna
part was
cut-
awesome.
We're all flat, and then people come and go on the cursing issue.
Yeah.
I don't think that needs to be the first thing we start off with.
Yeah,
Okay.
And speaking of the conversational podcast, let's put Ryan Clements on the hot seat for a
I'm
second.
ready. Here we go.
Last
I know
week,
exactly what
Last
you're
week,
talking
as it was
about.
happening, I was like, Ryan's cursing a lot this episode. He's fired up, and I was like, I appreciate it. I'm glad he brought his A game to this show.
Okay.
However, difference of opinions on the boards and the emails.
And the emails.
Remember, if you want to be part of the conversational podcast, email us at beyond@ign.com, just like Adam did. He says, love how you guys are explicit now, but damn, it's weird hearing Ryan go from Mr. I can't hurt a fly to the guy most likely to murder you and your pet dog while you sleep. Someone has got to swear a lot more to try and balance the universe again. I don't think we need to go that way. But you were fired up last week. What's it all about?
So here, two things. First of
hit me
all,
with
when
it.
I swear, it's often not a sign of anger. It's a sign of me trying to be funny, because cursing is inherently
Hilarious.
is actually good at tweaking humor. So, and second of all, last week I don't remember being at all in a bad mood. I think I was.
No,
in
you were
a
in a
really
great
good
mood. Like I said, you
Yeah.
brought your
Yeah, you
A
dropped
Yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of F-bombs in sequence about something. I can't remember.
Kung Fu Live.
Oh,
That
yeah,
game
yeah.
is a piece of bleep.
Yes.
Then something.
Then bleep,
F
bleep,
your
bleep.
mom.
I don't think I said that.
I'm gonna find those developers
but
and F them in the B.
Here's the thing. I
F them in the B.
Jeez.
What? Nobody knows what those stand for. It could
Right.
be anything.
Yeah. So anyway,
Please.
I was waiting.
Fellatiate them in the bush. No, Podcast Beyond is cooking.
I think that I swear. I mean, you guys hear me in the office. I swear a lot, just
You do.
as much as anybody else.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's necessarily indicative of like if a person is nice or not, because that's what that sounds like. Man,
True.
he couldn't hurt a fly.
Well-
All of a sudden, he can murder your face and kill your dog and fillet people in a bush.
You figure for 164 episodes before that, you've been very quiet, very, Ryan Clements.
Well, that's because
you think things through.
160 of those were all, not explicit.
True.
Just recently, we've made the change, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, Tony's got something else to say.
all right,
This is
I'm
a
ready.
different guy now. Sorry, actually.
Okay.
So Tony has something to say.
Yeah.
Beyond Beyonders.
Beyond.
I just wanted to say that Ryan was in rare form on the last podcast. He was dropping F-bombs like a mother effer. And I felt that it was actually the first time we could hear the quote-unquote real Ryan Clements. Normally, he's so professional and mild-mannered, but in the recent podcast, he was on fire, and I loved it. The rant on Kung Fu Live was amazing. So long story short, more swearing from Ryan, please.
Come on, give us something.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Pop the Crown Royale.
The Crown Royale. Tony understands me. That's really all it
gets
comes
you.
down to. Yeah.
All right.
This guy gets me.
Colin.
Yeah.
I believe you're going to tell me about some games that came out.
Nothing came out this week.
Okay. Thank you, Colin.
You're welcome.
This has been what did Jeff Rubenstein put on the blog? Zombie blog.
There's some stuff.
Okay. Would you like to tell me about it?
Please.
I just wanted to see. I kind of wanted to see what would happen if I went silent for a while, but Greg didn't play off of it in the way that I thought. So that slurping cracks me up each time.
Sounds
You were
like a
just
predator.
taking massive hits out of
I'm
that
thirsty.
water
I ate
bottle.
fried chicken today. Then
I
that'll do
know,
it.
I know.
Where'd you go to Little Skillet?
Yeah.
All right, so there's some stuff people don't care about, like a full game trial for the original prototype. Should people get that? I don't think so.
Do that if you want to take a hammer to your PlayStation. Please.
So
That's PlayStation Plus.
downloadable games.
Word.
Yeah, downloadable games. Here we go. Prototype for $30. Little
Save
Big
your money.
Planet, Sackboys, Prehistoric Moves for $5.99. Right? No.
Yeah.
Is this? Did these
No,
not
that's-
come out this week?
No,
that's
You were
right.
giving me like a weird
That was-
face.
I was
Well-
thinking.
Okay.
It came out on PlayStation Plus for free
Last
2
week.
weeks ago.
Gotcha.
This week it was the
Yeah. These are the general releases we've had this week. X-Men for $9.99. Prince of Persia: Warrior Within HD for $15. Marvel Pinball for $10. And then we have a PS1 classic import, Galaxy Fight. Legend has it that once every 1,000 years, a being of divine power takes physical shape somewhere in the galaxy. This time, he has taken form on the planet Danaeus. This being, who calls himself Feldin Krace, is being sought out by fighters across the galaxy to challenge until death. Chaos!
Somewhere in the galaxy.
Yeah, he takes shape somewhere in the galaxy.
Jeez.
Hey guys,
It's a pretty big place.
And then let's see, there's
Alright,
some
more
bundles. It's a Tron Evolution bundle here. That game's awesome. Sarcasm. Oh, PSP Minis.
Yeah, what do we got?
I must run.
Yes, I like this.
Yeah, that's the only new PS2
Simple.
game.
I like
That's it.
simple sentences. That's what we need here for PlayStation Minis.
Oh, and watch out if you want a PSP theme. Don't forget to head on over to the PlayStation Store. Santa's Sexy Helpers.
Oh,
Really? That's one of them?
That's one of them, as well as Femalians and Atlas PSP.
okay. I bet the Atlas one's a strikeout, if you know what I mean. Probably no women in that.
There's no women in that, but I
Just
think
knights
there's,
in armor
I think there's women in
and,
that.
and archers.
It's 3D Game Hero stuff. Just kidding. You should probably buy the Atlas.
It's just ATLAS.
Oh,
not
really?
US.
It's
like
not
an
Atlas,
Atlas.
the publisher.
So it's even.
No.
So it's really.
Maybe it's
not
a bunch
good.
of Rand McNally quotes. Remember Rand McNally?
Yeah, of course.
Remember Randy McNally? He was like the kid version of Rand McNally. And
And he was really into cartography.
I don't know you guys.
I don't think he was really into maps because he wore sunglasses and like a Hawaiian shirt, and then he just had like his own little map book for kids where you went and did things.
Yeah, Ram McNally was like the atlas makers, the map makers.
Oh, okay.
But then Randy McNally was their kid component.
You're right.
That I have.
To teach you the states and what have
Something
you.
like that, yeah. All right.
Remember the state song?
The state song?
Yeah, like in an alphabetical
yeah.
order.
Oh. Washington, Tacoma, Robot.
Yeah, or the state of Robot. Robot USA.
Get there 3 states without naming
You named what state?
Oh, yeah, wait a second.
Tacoma isn't a state.
What am I doing?
Washington, Tacoma, Robot.
Sorry, I put the county there before where I needed to go.
Where are you from? I'm from Robot.
The great state of Robot.
Oh, we need to find that state. I think that's all there is to it.
Let's just carve it out of some other states. We can do
Oh, my
it.
God. Montana?
Not like Montana. Carve it out of like Utah. Like, hey, let's take like the 4 corners.
Okay.
So like Utah and Colorado and Wyoming
Washington.
and no, it's what is it, New Mexico?
Okay.
And then we just make another little square and we'll call it the state of Robot.
Washington, Tacoma, Robot. You know that song.
that old classic.
Man, we are just falling apart at the finish line
I
here
know.
for 2010. We're not crossing it with style.
Whatever, dude.
Pick of the week. Pick of the week. X-Men Arcade?
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but if it's as cool as I remember it when we were kids.
Rich is playing it. It is support. Oh, hold on. Let me find it. Alberto Reyes writes in to beyond@ign.com and says, I just wanted a quick and sweet answer and it doesn't need to be on the podcast. Well, it's on the podcast. All I want to know is whether or not the PSN version of X-Men the arcade game has 6 players local co-op. I know that online it has 6 players, but the PS3 has the ability to connect 7 controllers at once.
Ooh.
Alberto, I got good news. It's a go. Rich George has confirmed, yes. 6 players, local co-op, something your Xbox cannot do. So, enjoy that. And Rich has been playing it. He enjoys it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get that
I mean, it's a real quick game, but but like you have the different characters, you play it online and
X-Men,
stuff.
beat them up. Why not?
It's a little expensive, I think. $10.
Yeah.
It's just such a short game, you know. I also want to say that I hope the Prince of Persia games, when they release the 3rd one, because they released 2 of them on PSN so far.
Yeah.
Hope they kind of bundle those little bastards together so we can buy them for like say $30 for everything.
Little sons of bitches.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Instead of 45.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I'm predicting that might happen.
I bought the first one.
Yeah.
I've played a bit of it.
How are the trophies?
They're good, but you have to play through it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
It's got these got platinums though, right?
Yes, it does have a platinum. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Right? Yeah, I think it does.
You know what doesn't have a platinum? Any of those Neo Geo games. I'm still a little disappointed about that.
Oh!
I wanted Magician Lord, and I wanted Baseball Stars.
We've rolled into trophy tips. Just the tip. Yeah. Did you? But they don't. No Neo Geo games have the trophies.
No. I don't understand how they got away with that. I'm still curious how the hell they got away
I
with that.
think they get the same way as a PS1 Classic.
I know, but
Porting
they
over a classic game.
But they still they still did some editing to them.
Yeah, they put an online.
Yeah,
co-op
so
and
you
multiplayer
can't put a
stuff.
trophy in. Just give me a trophy.
Hey, Greg Miller.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Hold on to your condoms because I have some trophy tips.
Oh no, I don't
Can
believe
you believe it?
Is this an Xbox trophy?
No.
How to get
Those
my
are called
Xbox Live
achievements.
trophies? Oh,
No.
okay.
For a trophies, Dance Dance Revolution on PS3, I was getting trophies left and right. Now I don't even have a pad plugged in. I just let it sit. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
I did have a pad.
Can I
But,
play it with the controller?
I don't know.
I used to be able to play it with the
I haven't
controller.
tested that yet, and I'm going to later today because
Okay.
that review is going to be going up. But
How you feeling on that
what's that?
How's that one feeling?
It's fine. It's like it's
more Dance Dance?
it's a more Dance Dance, but it's nice and polished. It has a nice clean interface. It's easy. There's like some cool modes in there. Now I don't know. Like I've been spoiled now because of the Xbox surprise. Dance Central is just the best dance game yet. Now with that said, this is fun if you are like kind of an old fan of the traditional arcade. I want to dance on a plastic sheet of paper.
Yeah, sure.
Plastic sheet, plastic mat.
Do you feel that Dance Central adequately prepares you for Double Dutch? Is it actually helping you dance? Is it
Dance Central has real moves in it, so yes,
Okay.
it could technically prepare you for Double Dutch.
which is a dance club in San Francisco?
Which is
if
a-
you're
which
a
is
new
a
Beyond
really
joiner, and I'm sure you're having a great time
is
with
a-
this episode if you are.
Really skanky dance club. in
What?
San
It's not
Francisco.
skanky.
It's
at
a
all.
little skanky.
All right. Well, we did bring in a bottle of whiskey once, capped with a beer cap. They had.
Oh my God, I forgot about
Remember that? That was 4th of July
that was
weekend.
fantastic.
That was a good day.
That was good. That's when I think Colin didn't have a
Colin
good
did
night.
not make it. Colin did not make it.
Oh, is that at Katie Frick's house?
Yeah.
Yeah. You did a shot for every president.
Yeah.
And how many did you make it into?
Oh, we made it far enough for me
Yeah.
to pass out at like 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
remember arriving at the party, and you were like slumped across a friggin' lounge chair.
You passed out
on the porch, and I was like, "What the hell happened to Colin?" Yeah, you know.
And then I threw up on myself, and then I went home.
That was when Jim Riley fell in love with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because you vomited and she took care of you.
Yeah.
And he was like, "That's a real woman, Greg. That's a real woman."
Wait,
I was like, okay.
Were you with Cheryl at that time?
Yeah, I mean, that was July 2009.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
I've
They
been
fell in
dating her
love.
since
She'd
September.
never met him before.
Yeah, I mean, I felt bad because she's getting her PhD and stuff, so she's like really busy and she never comes out. And then she came out for that day, and then I was like, she said I was like
You melt
screaming
down.
at her, like not like screaming at her, but like she would be like right next to me, I'm like, Cheryl, like where's the cheeseburger? And then like I'd eat a cheeseburger, and then I had like an empty Solo cup, and I like threw up in the Solo cup.
Oh my God. You were a wreck.
Well, that's what happened. We had a bunch of whiskey,
Yeah,
like, but then we ran out of whiskey, and I went into Katie Frick's kitchen and got a bottle of Sky vodka, and that was the end of that.
That was bad news.
Finish
bad news
him.
Bears.
Finish
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that was a bad hangover.
Drinking with the Beyond Crew is fun.
Speaking of which, Deontay writes in and says, "Greg, how bad was your IG and Christmas party hangover? You mentioned it as your second worst hangover of your life. What was number one?" If people don't remember, last Thursday we recorded an episode of Podcast Beyond, and it was dynamite.
And I have
everything went
a
swimmingly.
story, by the way.
Okay, it's about the holiday
when
party?
we're done, yeah.
Okay, it was about me?
Yeah.
Oh, good, okay. Everything went swimmingly. Great podcast about PSP 2, Uncharted 3 announcement. We had a really good one. Scott Lowe was on there. I publish it. Funny story, many of you probably know already on the listener end. I go to publish it. There's something wrong in the back end. Some third party hosts our cache files or whatever, and so it's not going right. So IT keeps coming to my desk and having me upload different things to see if it's working in different versions of podcasts and yada, yada, yada. Finally, like, all right, it's fixed. You can publish it. Here's a link that works. I'm like, great. I'm like, wait a second, though. Do I have to move them out of the there's a whole bunch of technical mumbo-jumbo going on behind the scenes. But basically, they trick me into uploading Podcast Beyond in a way I don't normally do it. This happens. It's fine on the site. It's got the live link. Everybody's happy. If you download it from iTunes, you get a Beastie Boys song that I uploaded when they were asking me to upload shorter files to see if it would work.
See if it would work.
So I guess I uploaded all these files after what IT told me to do. And when I did that, they didn't realize iTunes would go, "I don't see the file," and just grab whatever it wanted out of the recycling bin. So it grabbed the Beastie Boys file. And so that was up for like not a day. They had it fixed by the end of the night, but then you needed to refresh your iTunes. Yada yada yada. Basically, what I'm driving at is that on the one night of the holiday party was like the biggest day for PlayStation news in the last 3 months. You know what I mean? Like, I was here, the party started at 8 and I was here till 7:30, ironing that out, getting all of our Uncharted stuff. Colin and I had a rewind theater. Colin and I had an article. There was the announcement article. There were screenshots. There was video. We destroyed it. It was one of the best, like announcement days as far as how complete a package we put out for you guys to have for Uncharted.
For sure.
And so then we went to the holiday party. So not only is it the holiday party, I'm riding high on the fact that we just destroyed PlayStation Land. And so I proceed to have many a drink. And everything's going fine until people decide they want to start doing shots. And I
think I was one of the people that came up to you with shots.
You did, yeah, and I did it fine. But that was Jaeger, so I was fine. I can drink Jaeger like nobody's business.
Right.
However, the critical moment and the last memory I have, honestly, of the night is walking to the bathroom, and Craig Baradon's there, and he's like, "Greggy, I can't get anybody to do Fernet shots with me." And I said, "I'll do it." And then it was just black. The next thing I know, I wake up outside of my bathroom, sleeping on the floor, fully clothed. And I'm like, "Oh, this is not good."
Wow.
I think Christine came in and said you broke the
towel rack.
So what happens is, I wake up and I know I know it's super late, and I'm like, I'm not going to go in and wake up Steimer. I'm going to sleep just here. We have a guest bedroom. I'm like, I'm going to sleep on the guest bed. I'll be fine. So I go in there, I fall asleep. I don't know. I wake up to her coming out of the bedroom and the dog's coming out for her to go walk them. Portillo runs in, so excited to see me, jumps up, pees on the bed. I'm like, "Oh my God." Portillo, like, as soon as I sit up, I realize I am effed. I am in horrible shape. Terrible hangover shape. Something's wrong. So
worst feeling ever.
I'm able to, get out to Steimer the fact that I'm not going to be able to walk these dogs with you. I need to go right back to bed in a bed that is not covered in urine. And she's like, "All right, fine." And I can tell by her voice, I have been bad. I have forgotten things from last night. So I get up and I go to the bathroom. I walk into the bathroom. Everything is on the ground. Like, there's NyQuil bottles on the ground, Q-tips. The towel rack has been ripped off the wall and is on the ground. Towels everywhere. And I'm like, oh, this looks like something I would have done. So I go to bed. She's like, are you coming to work ever today? And I'm like, yeah, it's already 9 o'clock. The day after the holiday party is a wash. Everybody knows that. You make it in, great. Come in when you can, kind of thing. Blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get in eventually. She's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, oh no, I'll be able to pull this together. I mean, come on, I'm Greg Miller, well. And so she leaves. I fall back asleep. I wake up. I go vomit. Come back, go back to bed. This process goes on for a while. Finally, about noon, I'm like, oh crap. I was supposed to come in for the Knockin' Boots podcast, the video thing. And I'm like, I gotta see what's going on. So I get the computer and I open it, and I'm laying on the bed, like face on the mattress, with one finger, like typing my password to get on the computer just to see what's happening with IGN. All day long, I'm bedridden. Several times, I'm like, all right, I'm going in. I'm gonna make this podcast. And literally, the farthest I ever got was putting on clean underwear. Like, I got up and I'm like, whatever. It'll be a funny story if I'm not showered. I'll have a hat on. People understand. And I'm like, I got up and I'm like, I gotta lay back down. Like, anytime I got up to do something, it was right back to bed.
Yeah.
And so then I started looking through the tweets eventually when I felt good enough there. And yeah, there was a tweet from Hillary at the end of the party that was, holiday party's wrapping up. It's clear that Rich George, or IGN's new Nintendo editor, Rich George, is the most fucked up of everyone here. And then Steimer had a response that said, "Are you sure? Greg's knocking over everything in the house and can barely stand. Yay!" I was like, crap. So she came home and I'm like, all right, what happened last night? Because I told her up to the Baradon shot. And she's like, yeah, when we left the bar, you could not stand up. You were walking back and forth, ping-ponging off walls, hitting parking meters. We got home to walk the dogs, and you were running you could not stand up. You were knocking everything. I'm like, great. So that was my thing. And
Did you drink water at all that night?
I doubt it. I doubt it. When you're in the shape I was, I could not have done that.
Oof.
Beer than liquor, bro. You got to be really quick. It's liquor than beer. Get the shots out of the way early.
I know. And I know all this.
Liquor than beer, you're in the clear.
I will let you know, Deontay, that first off, and I want to point this out too, I'm not proud of this story. I'll laugh about it. I'm Greg Miller. Whatever I do is what I do. It's no big deal. But obviously, I was out of control. You should never be drinking to the point where you can't stand up. You know what I mean? But
everyone has those stories.
Oh,
it's
I know.
It's like there's always a little feeling of guilt when you wake up with a hangover, like a really bad hangover.
Yeah,
especially when you don't remember like a lot. You had a good time, everyone was laughing, had a great time, but you can't pinpoint like the memories.
Yeah, that's the worst.
We've all been there.
What do you got? Clemens is cracking up.
I just like the one time that I have ever I've never gotten to the point where I straight black out like it's terrible. Well, but I came close in that I remember I have here's an OCD moment.
Okay.
I absolutely have to shower before getting into my bed.
Okay.
I cannot get any germs from the outside, from the train, from the office. I have to be clean when I get into my bed, right? I still remember after a night of drinking, I was like, I gotta take a shower. This has to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like showering. I'm like falling asleep in the shower. Terrible idea, by the way, because you can slip and fall and hurt yourself. Yeah. I'm showering. I'm trying to. I think I like finished showering. I wasn't really sure. Like, did I actually use soap? Was I just standing in the water? And then all of a sudden, I wake up in my bed. My lamp is still on. My phone is like on my face, and I'm like, like grabbing at the lamp. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it was terrible. And I didn't feel so good the next day.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
The common theme for me with every bad hangover I've ever had, maybe like especially in college, and
Oh yeah.
like you get some bad hangovers in college.
Yeah.
The common theme every time I wake up is I'm never gonna drink again. Dude, it never fails. Like, and you really believe it. Like when you're in your head, you're
I
like,
want to make a change.
You're like,
I want to make a change.
It's like you wake up, you wake up and you've only been sleeping for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're all dehydrated and you're in for it and you can't, you're not gonna be able to eat for like 10 hours.
There's nothing you can do too. Yeah.
And it's just like everyone's like, oh, do this and it's like you can't do anything. You gotta like just sit there, drink little bits of water, and I have a piece of toast. And then hopefully by that night you have like a great greasy meal and you feel great.
Exactly.
But like, man, for that interim, you're sitting there watching Maury Povich on your couch, you're all passed out, you have a friggin' paper due tomorrow or something like that, and you're like, man, I'm never gonna drink again. And my roommate's like, yeah, okay. And then like two days later, you're drunk.
2 days later. Now, what I wanted to say
what's yours
was, now I was smart. Now, you weren't. Well, I don't think you were in your finest form. I don't think what you did was terrible, though.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with what I did.
No, maybe not the most wise decision to get that wasted. Because,
agreed.
Yeah. Anyway, but I was smart. I was like, you know what? Here's the thing. This is holiday party time again.
Yeah.
Holiday party. Okay, it's on a Thursday. I'm gonna use some of my vacation hours, take Friday off, sleep in a little bit, and then go drive down to see my girlfriend because she lives about 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm like, okay, great idea. I do all this. It goes swimmingly. And to ensure that I was okay, because I knew that I could not be hungover the next day because I needed to make that drive.
Yeah.
So I was just down in water. Like when I got home, I was funneling water into my mouth.
Yeah.
Right. At about 9 o'clock at night. I mean, it was late. I had already arrived at my girlfriend's place. We like had dinner and stuff. We were hanging out. It's 8 or 9 o'clock, and I have an IGN related question. And I'm like, you know what? It's 8. I mean, Greg's probably Greg is probably like either back home from the office, or I mean, he should still be awake. He should be fine. He was, because I hadn't talked to anybody at all after the holiday party. And I'm like, even if he was hungover, he's probably fine. It's fine. It's 8. I call him up. This man sounded like he was fucking dead. I call up, and then first of all, it didn't connect right away, and I was like, Greg, hey, hello? And I was like, oh, okay, try again. And I was like, hey, Greg, what's up, man? Yeah. I was like, hey, you all right, dude?
No. I was like, no.
You just, I'm online. If you need, I'm online. And then we hang up, and I was like, and my girlfriend looks at me, and I was like, he is not in a good place right now. Oh, my God.
That was when I thought I was done and vomiting for a while. So I'd moved to the living room to work at the bar. Because if I could sit up, I knew I wouldn't go lay back down. I'd be all right. So I was literally on the bar now at my place, arm on the bar, head on my arm, typing with one hand on the computer.
Oh, you sounded terrible.
I was dead, dude. It was horrible.
Your emails were mysterious that day, too, because I put up a trailer for Journey.
Yeah.
And then I emailed.
Nice, by the way.
Thanks. And I emailed Greg, and I was just like, we got this Journey trailer, and if you want to do some placement for it. And then it was like, the email I got back with, thanks, with an exclamation point. I'm like, Greg would never said that email. What the hell's going on with that?
It was like every time I'd wake up from one of my 3-hour naps, Colin would have an email about something he had done. I was like, all right, great, excellent. Colin's keeping the ship straight. Yeah. So, and anyways, Deontay, that was quickly upgraded after that Twitter post to my worst hangover of all time. It beat out the time. And all my worst hangover stories, I have 3 that stick with me, are all about I took a lot of shots. Very stupid.
Oh, liquor's always the source, bro.
Yeah.
Always.
I can drink beer like nobody's
business. Yeah. Anyone can. No, beer hangovers aren't bad. Anyway.
That's the thing. I could get a hangover from beer if I drank enough beer.
Oh no, you can get a hangover from, but it would not be where I was incapacitated for an entire day.
I've never been housed before the day after from beer. Yeah, never,
totally,
ever.
Totally.
Like where you're actually a couple hangovers in college so bad that you are hungover the next day. Next day, you're still that's like a normal hangover.
I still had a headache Saturday morning when I was flying to LA for the VGAs.
Bad news, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I would like to officially apologize to any Beyond listeners who do not like drinking at all, and this has been a total waste of time.
It was a quick aside.
It's a conversational podcast.
But it is a conversational podcast.
Like I said, if you're an underage person, yes, I'm not at all advocating drinking till you can't stand up. It's very rare that I would get to that point.
Yeah.
I can't, and I think. I don't even know if I have another story where I was walking around not being able to stand up.
I mean, you drink a lot, but at the same time, you always handle it very well.
Yeah.
And it amazes me too, because if you and I go out and we're both drinking, most of the time I'll be the one that's having a hard time in the morning, kind of slow, and you're in the office at 8 a.m. You're like, yep, no problem. I got a million drinks to process.
But again, those are the nights where I just drink beer or a shot of
How
Jaeger.
is this guy alive?
That's what does it to me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, that's been an interesting. Pick of the week.
Yep. That was our pick of the week.
I think that's where we.
Disappointed that you weren't at the holiday party.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was a football game on that night. I don't know. I didn't really feel like going. I don't really have nice clothes, and I don't really have I don't know. Yeah, we can drink whatever you want. Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
I live 5 blocks from you.
Our Bears Jets game's coming up soon.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Wow, we are making
and the Jets are screwed.
The day we were let's not make a long podcast.
No, that's okay. We just as a note, we are in about 4 minutes or 40 minutes in.
Oh, I got a timer going.
Oh,
that's not bad. That's not bad at all. 40 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, but we still got places to go. Speaking of which, we're going to Topic of the week. Topic of the week is the fact that PlayStation's about to kick the crap out of 2011.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Pretty impressive list of stuff, Colin.
Yeah, pretty
Uncharted
impressive.
3.
Yeah.
Resistance 3.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 5.
No,
Killzone 3.
Should we just stick with the exclusives?
Yeah, sure, fine. Killzone 3.
Yeah.
That's it?
Journey.
That's it. That's all of them.
Yeah. Journey.
Yeah, Journey's one. Yeah,
Last Guardian.
Last Guardian,
Eco
right?
Collection.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Well, we don't know for sure if Last Guardian is coming, though.
They've said it's supposed to be fall. I wouldn't be surprised if that got pushed,
Yeah.
especially with the caliber of games that's up against that are coming.
Yeah, they don't really need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Infamous 2.
Infamous 2.
Motorstorm Apocalypse.
Motorstorm Apocalypse. MLB The Show.
MLB The Show, of course.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
It is stunning.
It's absolutely insane.
This many people. What does that mean? This
DC
many
Universe
games.
Online.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal.
I mean, it's insane. Like, because I'm kind of marinating on a piece right now that I'm gonna probably put up next week if Greg approves of it, which kind of goes on about the games or whatever. And like,
Say LittleBigPlanet 2?
Yeah, LittleBigPlanet 2, of course. SOCOM 4. You know, I mean, it's like it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Like that was the crazy thing when I was, because I was really like I was sitting there.
And they continued. They continued to come.
I just sat there on my couch, like kind of writing everything down, and I was just thinking, not even PSN games. So I didn't include Journey or Explodemon or a lot of because there's gonna be a lot of PlayStation Network games that are exclusive too.
Yeah.
But you know, like it was something like 15 or 16 exclusive retail games. You know, in addition to
the myriad number of amazing multi-platform games coming out.
Yeah,
too.
I mean that's just you know the icing on the cake.
Mass Effect finally making the jump.
Yeah, so Mass Effect 2 is coming. The news about Mass Effect 3 coming at the same time is obviously really cool because I wasn't sure if they were going to do that or not and make us wait. Obviously, Dead Space 2 is going to be awesome. Elder Scrolls is going to be really cool. Rage comes out this year. You know, it's like.
It's like forget about it.
Dude, even when you think about November,
Forget about
even when
it. Beautiful.
We think about the dates of like some of these games, you know. Yeah, the freaking water.
Like a fucking camel over there.
I held it in as long as I could.
Oh, no.
I did the best I could.
Oh no!
I was grinding it in the ground. It'll be all right.
Greg spit his water on the ground.
I almost did it. I almost didn't spit my water. But then it happened.
The headphones are stuck.
Oh god. You're caught in the thing.
But seriously, when you think about like for instance, Uncharted comes out November 1st. Elder Scrolls comes out November 10th.
Yeah.
You know.
11th.
You know, like Resistance comes out around another huge title.
6th.
September 6th.
Yeah.
Comes out like around another huge title.
I'd imagine, and this is not off the. I have no off the record information here. Don't read into this. I would think Infamous is going to be targeting same place it was before, that May, June.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, because that is my theory. Infamous, Twisted Metal, and Motorstorm are going to come out in the May to July.
Okay, summertime.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay.
SOCOM's going to come out early. Obviously, we know Killzone's going to come out early. LittleBigPlanet's obviously going to come out early. And then when you have Resistance and Uncharted in the fall, Last Guardian will probably be November, I imagine. But that's the thing. It's like, why would they even put Last Guardian in November? Why not just kick Last Guardian in March?
Yeah, right. That seems like a good spring game if you have everything out of the way, depending on how. I don't know.
Team Eco Collection is going to come out in May, I think, or June was the target. I mean, it's insane.
Do you worry about more delays? Like, is this going to be like how it was with like Call of Duty, where people are like, oh, I'm going to push my game into like right now. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want it to compete in the shooter arena, or we don't want it to compete with other big titles.
Well, I think with the exception of Last Guardian, which I think has a really good chance of being delayed. I think all these games are easily going to come out like in 2011. They can't kick the can down the road with all these games, especially the ones that are going to come out in the first half of the year. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would have released dates for Uncharted and Resistance if they weren't going to meet those dates.
True.
You know?
True. Yeah.
They both seem pretty far along.
Is that interesting then that they haven't done that for Infamous? You think?
Yeah, it is interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if there's more to Infamous than meets the eye, as far as maybe a multiplayer or.
Oh, well, everything has to have multiplayer now.
Yeah, I know, but like I feel like they haven't announced dates and more information because there's just more to tell, and
Well, yeah, but then they want to get. You don't want to. You got to push right now or whatever. I guess the previous weeks here, you've had to push stuff that could sell at holiday. You don't want to start pushing Infamous to get people to say, "Oh, I'll wait and buy a PS3 then." You want to say, "Oh, Gran Turismo. Oh, Sly."
Yes, like Cooper 4. That's another game.
Yeah. Well, there's no news on that.
No, I don't think
Sony still hasn't confirmed that it exists.
Yeah, and I don't think that was come out in 2012. But that's another game to look forward to, or whatever. But like, what they need to start doing is solidifying dates. You know, Mass Effect 2, January, Killzone, and LittleBigPlanet in January, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So LittleBigPlanet.
Don't say it. 18th.
Yeah. So that's the same week as Mass Effect. So LittleBigPlanet in January, Killzone in February. So all right. So March, SOCOM.
No way. That's way too quick of a push for SOCOM. For SOCOM, they'll definitely give that some room to breathe.
Yeah. Well, 'cause I mean, when you, I guess my point is that they have enough games where they really can release one a month. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Twisted Metal maybe in March or April. You know, or we haven't even played it yet. You know?
Yeah. That might still be too early.
You know, and then Team Eco Collection maybe May, Infamous maybe June, MotorStorm July. You know, something like that.
Yeah, MotorStorm July would make sense.
You know, and then obviously September Resistance, October.
Costume Quest 2.
Costume Quest 2, yeah.
PS3 exclusive this time.
November's obviously gonna be Uncharted, maybe Last Guardian. I don't think it's gonna be out this year, but I mean,
Uncharted will cap it all off.
What do you guys? I mean, what do you think, Greg? I mean, what?
You nailed it. You're there. You're jiving. You're throwing at the wall. You're doing it. It's a huge year.
It's really. I mean, when I think about it, it's really easily the biggest year for PlayStation 3 since it came out, and really one of the biggest years I can think of for PlayStation at all. For just exclusive titles, probably because there was a lot of cross-pollination on PS2 with GameCube and Xbox. Really probably one of the biggest years since the 90s with PlayStation. You know,
just stacked AAA games.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, because there was a lot of exclusives on PlayStation. PlayStation 2 had its own exclusives, but those would eventually move over. These are really all PlayStation experiences, games that are second or first party that you'll never find anywhere else. You know,
Gotcha.
And I think that's pretty cool for PlayStation owners that have been riding this horse, waiting for a year like this. You know, it's their year. So congratulations.
In your face, Xbot. We gotta say that.
I'm very happy for the PlayStation.
I liked Colin's soapbox. He summed up top of the week very well. It's a big year. Can't wait for it.
That's all there is to it.
When are we doing predictions? Is it next week?
I guess we'll record early because Clemens is going on vacation.
Okay.
So we'll do it on Wednesday. We'll make five predictions for 2011 or whatever. If you
Sounds good. All right, but you'll still get it on Thursday.
Correct. Yeah. We'll record on Wednesday and we'll put it up on Thursday, of course. Right. And then Greg and I are going to record Beyond 168. The week everyone's gone.
Yeah, think about that. You're not gonna miss a Beyond this break. There's no break for Beyond this time, ladies and gentlemen. Some special guests, I would imagine, on this.
Are you guys gonna come into the office to record?
Yep.
Oh.
Just record over the phone.
Speakerphone on and just hit record on the computer. All right, topic of the week dead. Let's see what the readers have to say. Remember, if you want to be part of the show, beyond@ign.com. You could write to us just like Daring One did. Daring One bought the new Beyond shirt off of the Cafe Press link I gave out. Sent in his photo. Now he's on the podcast Beyond Wall with the likes of Enzo De Gregorio, Seth Whedon, M. Dog, and Bugs, a girl who made her own shirt and put it up, and then stood on top of a mountain or dirt hill.
Yeah. It's just a really big ant hill.
Whatever it is, awesome. It's probably just a trick of perspective. She's probably just standing on a ladder, and then they put whatever.
That's not safe to stand on a ladder like that, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Probably not even on that mountain thing that she's on.
Yeah.
That's safe. Jose writes in. He says, do you guys think it's possible for Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 to go head-to-head on PS3 Game of the Year next year?
Possibly, except for, on a normal year, maybe. But I think with all the games we just discussed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Mass Effect 3, if it's as good as 2, is going to probably be one of the great games of next year. But, I mean, Infamous, Killzone, Resistance, Uncharted.
I think,
come on.
Of course, anything's possible.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine what's going to happen for most people when they sit down to vote, they're going to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
They'll say that this one, because even 3 in a way is a continuation of 2.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're using the same character, hopefully, if you get in, make it. It's like when Steimer talks about Mass Effect, she considers them all one game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. It's a saga.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Jamie Bonjange-Bush writes in, call it now, boys. PS3 Game of the Year for 2011, Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 3.
Neither, but I mean, we don't know anything about these. We haven't played any of these games, but it'll be fun to let's guess. You want to guess?
What we think Game of the Year is going to be?
Well, just based on what we know. Is that appropriate, you think?
I mean, I think right now it would be. I mean, this is obviously a little bit early.
Yeah.
365 days too early.
Right.
It'd be a race between Uncharted and Mass Effect 3, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
I'd like to think it's Resistance, but the one thing I can say...
Resistance would have to be so amazing for that to happen.
My prediction is Resistance is going to be better than Killzone. Now, I think we can all agree on one thing.
I'm ready.
From the VGA Resistance trailer is that game looks friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
No. Too much live action. I want to see more game.
Yeah, but we
and
did
they
see
jumped at the camera.
We did see gameplay. We saw the Augur come back, and we saw a bunch of Chimera. The Chimera looked totally different. Really well animated, great looking characters, whatever. I'm excited about that game. It seems like Insomniac really sat down and was like, we really need to focus on making this game amazing, especially with Killzone coming out. And I think they've done that. I don't know. I'm really excited about that game. I think they got.
Are you? You're a big
I
Resistance
saw that
fan.
trailer.
Oh, What'd you think?
What's up? I loved it.
Yeah.
I still think, the CG trailer for Mass Effect 3 blew my mind.
Yeah,
but,
that was cool.
But Uncharted, I thought, was better. This is all feeding into, by the way, podcast wall person, Enzo De Gregorio. He says, let's go down the big question of the week. What was your favorite trailer from Spike VGAs? I can't decide between Uncharted 3 and Mass Effect 3. I think those are both good picks, yeah. I would say, Uncharted, I think.
Mass Effect?
Resistance, definitely. But the Uncharted, I think there were a lot of great trailers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, don't get me wrong.
I love the ME3 trailer, like when he's he's looking at Earth and then he turns around and like walks or whatever. And I was like,
and the N7 is like kind of highlighted by the light.
It's cool. I'm excited. Like everyone's complaining like I don't want it to be based on Earth. It's a space game.
I totally
it's
wanted Earth.
It's like, first of all, what the hell are you talking about? Most of the game doesn't take place in space, with the exception of like the nomad people and when you get Jack at the prison. Everything else takes place on a planet. So Earth is just another planet. So what's the big deal?
Yeah.
You know? And I can
also,
tell.
you're still going to be going around the galaxy.
Yeah, I can tell that the end game is probably on Earth. Obviously you have to like leave and then get help or something.
I can't wait to mine Earth for platinoniums.
For Element Zero.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Palladium?
Yeah, that's the one thing. I haven't played that game in a long time.
No problem. I mined so many planets.
Hey, remember Deontay?
Yeah.
You want to know about my hangover? He had questions for you guys, too.
Yes.
Clements.
Yes.
Favorite pizza topping or favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, easy. Pizza topping, Italian sausage. Runner up, just cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need any toppings.
Okay.
Favorite ice cream, chocolate.
Okay. Colin. Boston City Hall. Ugliest building in America?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's.
Google that because he included a photo of it.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's right off a Government Center T-stop. It's horrendous. It's like it's like a step building kind of, but it looks like a reverse pyramid almost. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. I know exactly what he's talking about though. Yes, one of the ugliest buildings for sure.
You want some more quick fire questions?
Absolutely.
Kent Smith's got them. Colin.
Yeah.
If you could create a documentary, what would the subject be, and would you play specific people to direct it or provide research?
I would love to do a video game documentary. Okay. Like a history documentary, I think would be cool. Let's say like 5 parts, 2 hours each, 10-hour documentary. A little frontline action, as it were.
There you go.
And no, I would probably narrate it myself, and then we would just have interviews with people.
I could totally see you narrating a documentary.
So there's myriad of games coming.
Myriad games, myriad years for myriad systems.
Clements.
Yes.
If you could produce a duet album, who would you have work together, and what genre of music would they play?
Okay. Easy. I would do a duet with. I'm just trying to think of which K-pop star I would pick. I'm gonna have to go with Minzy from 21, and it would just be K-pop, and I'd do like an English rap breakdown in it.
I was hoping
I'd learn how to rap.
I was hoping you and a K-pop star would do like some country western.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Some smooth jazz.
Yeah.
Duet.
I'm surprised Janelle Monáe left off the list.
Yeah, that would be totally awesome, but I would prefer the. Yeah.
There was a big billboard for Janelle Monáe with a flip cam outside my Hollywood hotel.
Oh,
when I
look
went
at
down there for the Uncharted.
that. It's all those flip cam ads. They're all over
everywhere.
the city.
You cannot get away
How
from
about Kesha and Frank Sinatra
There you go.
doing a rap song?
That would be a insult to music.
You're right. Sinatra was never that good. Greg, if you could commission a graphic novel, what character would it be about? And would you specify any artists or writers? Mine's lame. I would like another Superboy Adventure Comics run by Jeff Johns and whoever drew that, because I forget who drew that. But it was a dynamite graphic novel. I left us all hanging on that one. Now we're to the point where I didn't get a chance to highlight the questions. So I'm just digging around here.
Do it, man. I'll fill time.
Oh, thanks.
Boop, 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 boop.
Andrew writes into Beyond at IGN.com and he says, orange juice. Stop drinking so much, Moriarty. It's a one-way street to diabetes.
That's not true at all. I actually saw that email and I looked it up, and that is completely false. In fact,
because you found it on the internet.
Well, no, I was reading some things that like
Wikipedia.
No, not Wikipedia. Well, I was reading some things.
I'm fine with Wikipedia.
I was reading some things, and this sounded familiar to me from people that I know that have diabetes. That people on diabetes drink orange juice to keep their their blood sugar high or whatever. And I was reading another thing that it would be impossible to get diabetes from orange juice because it's natural. It's not like
somebody's gonna write in and have all these facts now to try to disprove you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's right, but I don't think there's no sugar added. It's not like I'm drinking from concentrate orange juice or something like that. I don't drink that Bush League stuff.
Ben writes in and says, is it just me, or did Sully and Drake in the VGA trailer look different from Among Thieves? Do you think it's a slight redesign, an early build, or am I just dumb? Thanks, Beyond, Ben.
I got the third option. Am I just dumb?
I think they did look different, Ben, because the whole game looks better.
Yeah,
they go through and they refine everything, and they bring out the wrinkles in your face or try to do this.
I can't believe how good that game was.
It's insane.
This is what I said to you. I said it to you. We were just talking. You and I. It was like they could have just used the Uncharted 2 engine, made a game. Everyone would have been totally happy. It would have been fun.
By the way, I was there in this conversation too.
Oh,
Thanks
I'm sorry.
a lot.
I'm sorry. Jeez. But you would agree. I mean, like,
yeah, I totally agree.
They're doing the right thing. And what I couldn't believe, because there was a lot of speculation after they showed that trailer, is everything's in engine.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's really like probably the most beautiful. Uncharted 3 might be the most beautiful console game we've ever seen. Yeah, when we get down to the nitty gritty, but we'll have to wait and see more. Maybe tomorrow when we have a preview.
Yeah, probably. Maybe I'll have some information on everything you've talked about. But I'd be embargoed during right now. So you should read IGN
at 3
a.m.
Pacific.
Friday.
Pacific, which is only 6 a.m.
You can check it anytime Friday.
Yeah.
Or thereafter, because we hold the articles. They don't expire.
We delete them after 48 hours.
You missed your chance. Sorry.
Sucker.
Kyle writes in and says, what games are you guys hoping to get through on your Christmas break?
It's a good question.
Or holiday break?
This is always the problem with my situation because I'm flying home to see my family. I can't really reasonably bring consoles with me, and even if I could, there's not really a good place/way for me to play them at my house back on the East Coast. So, I mean, I have very little time. I usually only play portable games and play stuff at friends' houses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Con, what's on your agenda? What are you doing? You trying just to steamroll the Fallouts there? Or?
Yeah, I do want to play Fallout again on hardcore mode to get the platinum. My girlfriend's going away for 3 weeks, so I should have some good gaming time, I think. I'd like to try to platinum Vanquish. I really love that game. And I don't know.
What is this? We're running. It's what day is today? 16th.
Yes.
You got something like another 10 days to try to surpass me there in trophies.
Yeah. I don't think so. I mean, at the momentum I had at one time, I think I would have, but I kind of just.
So my New Year's resolution from 2010 might work.
Yeah, I think about right.
Here's the catch that I discovered last night.
Okay.
Sat down, played this game called Eat Them, PlayStation Network game. Comes out next week.
I saw your tweet about that.
Oh yeah, I made a character named after.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture. Yeah.
You make monsters, fun game. I'll have a review up probably Friday, but don't quote me because who knows with as crazy as everything gets around here. Thing was, at the end of it, I got a bunch of silvers, some bronzes. I went to sync, did the sync. They're not on the server yet.
Yeah, they will.
This triggered a problem in panic mode in my mind because my plan for break is to play 2 unreleased games that are 2 of the biggest games of January. Hint, hint. I bet those trophies aren't going to be sunk yet. I bet. If you wanted to, I'm going to be dead in the water for a while. What percentage are you at right now?
I don't know. Oh, when you did the PlayStation Plus story, did you update the bars?
I did not. No, I'm not going to do that every time.
So I think I'm like maybe 44 or something like that. Maybe
I'm 85, 86 right now.
So I don't think I'm going to do it. You don't have to. The cool thing about that is, as long as nothing happens to your PlayStation, you have a nice update one day.
But I'm more worried about trying to stick with my IGN Podcast Beyond.
Yeah, I really don't think you have. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think I know the games you're talking about. Yep. And I would suspect that at least one of those games about a burlap sack.
What are you talking
We'll probably have I think those trophies will probably be on the server.
I doubt it. That's my prediction.
I will say that I did encounter a game that was out, Crazy Taxi, and the trophies still weren't on the server. Yeah.
That's weird.
And I would go online and people would be like, the trophies aren't syncing, and then they fixed it finally. But Dead Nation totally ruined me because I really love that game, and I've been playing it for like 2 weeks. So, game's freaking awesome.
All right. One final question.
Yeah.
Is it for me?
He'd like you to chime in on it, I'm sure.
Okay.
Royce Butler, a.k.a. Rolls-Royce 5. Hey, guys. Rolls-Royce 5 here. One quick question. With all the rumors swirling about the yet-to-be-revealed PSP2, do you think there's a chance that the system would use cartridges like SD or micro SD since they are so cheap nowadays?
I thought that it would have to have some sort of like slot for something like an SD
No,
card.
It's gonna be a solid state, is what the rumors say.
Yeah.
And he's asking if there'll be like PSP Go, where there's a little memory card.
There has to be. I mean,
Do you think they're gonna sell games on it? Because that's what a lot of people are saying.
I don't think so.
People are complaining when I'm like, oh, it's gonna be digital. People are like, oh, well, don't forget about these.
No, I don't think. What would be like? I think we've talked about this before, but I think it would be interesting if somewhere like GameStop or a digital distributor on the internet was like, you can download the games directly to your SD card. You can come in at GameStop and we'll download the game for you and put it right on your SD card or whatever for a fee.
Yeah.
But I think solid state means solid state, and I think you're gonna have to get your stuff off the PlayStation Network.
Interesting. before I turn the show over to Ryan Clements, I want to remind you, if you want to be a part of the show, we want you to be part of the show. Beyond at IGN.com is where you send all your letters and stuff. Sometimes we give away free stuff here on Beyond. One of these things, Sackboy's Prehistoric Moves. This one comes from Andrew, 35C6 HPNMJHEL. Also, I have a boatload of DC Universe Online beta codes. Of course, if you're in PlayStation Plus, you can get in for free now, but I know a lot of people still are looking for these codes. We've been trying to figure out fair ways to do this. The easiest way to do it, embed them, hide them in the source code. Today it's simple. Send an email to beyond@ign.com. That names Greg's favorite superhero. Who is my favorite superhero? Beyond@ign.com. I will give away codes until I'm out of codes.
MODOK.
That's the end of it. It is not MODOK. Super telling secret thing.
Mental organism designed only for killing.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
That's interesting.
Remember, beyond@ign.com. If you want to follow us, follow IGN on Twitter. Follow me at GameOverGreggy. Follow Ryan at PwomCider. Follow Colin at No Taxation. We all have Facebook accounts. We check them on a scale of sometimes to never.
Yeah.
So don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm less engaged in Facebook. I still go on there.
I can't. No, it doesn't even work on my phone. Everything's out of control.
Just 280. Yeah.
I'm out of control.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're out of
I'm
control.
Ryan,
Yes.
take me home and get some towels for the water I spit on the floor.
So I would like to end today's show with a contribution from longtime Beyond listener and contributor, Jared Clark.
Oh my God.
We all remember Jared Clark. Jared is, no, we don't remember Jared Clark. Jared is a great musician, sends in some lovely ditties to us from time to time. And Jared writes, here's a song by me and my band Look Left called Goin' to Maine. It's funny and peppy. Our album, The College Years, is available now on iTunes. I will agree. This is a funny
It is funny and peppy
song. So thank you, Jared, very much for continuously supporting us in our PlayStation endeavors. Remember, you can send your songs to beyond@ign.com if you would like to give a little plug to your band or whatever, and we can play that for the Beyond Nation. And I just want to make sure the computer wasn't broken, but it's okay. It's all good. It's okay. You all right there, buddy? What's going on now? You got a weird face. He's giving me a weird
Greg
face.
is just disappointed in you.
I'm not.
All right, well, thanks, guys.
Beyond.
Beyond. See you later.
Hey man, I'm having a party. Oh yeah, where at? In Maine. Maine. Oh hell yeah. I woke up at 4, calling my dad to see if he can drop me off at the airport. My carry-on bag has enough clothes to last me. I got it all set up, Facebook status updated, so my page will be berated with the hey, where are you? Don't ignore me. I'll tell them that I'm gonna be in Portland. I hope that they can keep their jealousy under wraps. The doors draw back by themselves and I awake and hear the wind blowing in my ears. Though the seat next to me may contain something contagious, an itch can pull the smile out of me. Now the seatbelt light is on. If you can make it to the bathroom, it's already too late. So put your headphones on and when you open your eyes, you'll be in Maine. Yeah. I step out into the conditioned air of the glorious Portland International Airport.
No smoking,
Yes, all 7 gates of it. Whoa, all the lights, the blurry sights, you know those sights seem so unsightly. I'll give it a day or two to see if the sun keeps this shit of gray. I hit the club, or should I say the Denny's? Maybe I'll go mess with Stephen King. The doors draw back by themselves and I awake and hear the wind blowing in my ears. Though the seat next to me may contain something contagious, an itch can pull the smile out of me. Now the seatbelt light is on. If you can make it to the bathroom, it's already too late. So put your headphones on and when you open your eyes, you'll be in Maine. Yeah.
33,000 square miles, 26,000 of which is forest.
It's me might contain something contagious, and ears can't pull the smile out of me. Now the seatbelt light is on. If you can make it to the bathroom, it's already too late. So put your headphones on, and when you open your eyes, you'll be in Maine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo, Maine. Man, it's just like Canada, except for can't drink. And then the same taxes. Drive on the right side of the road. Maple syrup is still reasonably popular.
Suck it, Florida.